Bitcoin is up, and that leads to Bitcoin predictions. Arthur Hayes predicted today that Bitcoin will reach $1 million by 2028. His main reasoning is that the US will need to increase dollar liquidity, which would push the Bitcoin price up. That's nothing compared to the more bold prediction of Cathie Wood's $2.4 million Bitcoin by 2030. What's interesting here is that the bear case by 2030 is 500,000, which is a 5x from today's price. But the major inputs for the 2.4 billion is the addressable market, the TAM, which signifies the need for digital gold, institutional investment into SPY ETFs, and emerging market investors. And of course, corporate treasuries, which we've only seen one do in the United States, and that is MicroStrategy. We just saw yesterday Arizona being the first state to push into law buying Bitcoin with state funds at about 10% of the state funds. Many, if not all, states will follow, and that will definitely have implications. Let's not mention the regulation that's going to come for crypto. Notably, the SEC has dropped many or if not all cases against crypto firms. Now that companies aren't being punished, they're looking for guidance in terms of legal framework. So come end of May, we may see another bull run. Let's go. We are now seeing crypto firms like MoonPay migrate back to those states that didn't welcome crypto in the beginning. MoonPay opened up their biggest office in Soho, 5,000 square feet, joining the likes of Coinbase, Consensus, and Gemini. They want to be next to their neighbors on Wall Street, having those lunches, dinners, talking about financial instruments coming on chain. Like BlackRock, which is pushing for innovation and just filed for their $150 billion money market fund to be on chain. That is why Eric Trump says that most banks will be extinct within 10 years if they don't embrace cryptocurrency. Because as he cites, the SWIFT international payment system is a complete disaster. If he doesn't send funds before 4 p.m. on a Friday, that means transactions won't settle for 72 hours, something that crypto doesn't face because it's instantly authenticated and works 24/7. You heard about the Trump dinner, but guess what? Trump is onboarding his users through Truth Social with a digital wallet, and soon you'll be able to pay your Truth Plus subscription with that wallet and of course with cryptocurrency, maybe with his meme coin. Speaking about meme coins, a sector we know and love, what's popping off? Well, we talked about this a few weeks back. Housecoin. Talked about it at 15 million, is now at $100 million. I'm going to break that down for you in a private community of what betas follow this alpha. This is basically Zoomers versus Boomers. I'm not going to talk too much about it. We're going to have our resident expert, Brian, break it down for you guys in the links below. But I won't leave you hanging because another alpha for you guys is that right now it is Launchpad season, which means airdrops of tokens, aka free money for participation. Gate.io gets in with Memebox because they went in on a sweet casino that is called the Solana ecosystem. Another person getting in is Dingaling. Dingaling is a funny username, but he is a massive multi-millionaire trader with NFTs, meme coins, and whatnot. Anyways, he's launching Boop.fun, which is a launch pad for Solana meme coins. And yes, he's doing a free airdrop for people who activate with his platform. But you watch to the end, so I'm gonna give you another platform that's doing an airdrop. Axiom right now is one of the top online trading platforms that's integrated Hyperliquid's perpetual futures products. So if you love meme coins and even crazier leverage on top of that, then this product's for you, and they're doing some airdrops for participating. Lots of news about news that will happen later on, and that's essentially what the first 100 days of Trump has been all about. Things that's going to happen down the line when his executive orders actually come into fruition. Which means there's no boring times, but more importantly, more bullish days to come for Bitcoin and risk assets. If you want to know what we're buying, selling on a daily basis, then click on the link down below so we can chat with you within a private community. Regardless, follow along, subscribe because we have podcasts for you, 3 weekly updates. So stick around and join the journey. We'll see you guys on the next one.